Hey guys, welcome to lawlorbricks, and today is going to be a little bit of a different type of video. So today we're going to do a little bit of a podcast style. So it is going to be an hour long. Grab some popcorn, grab some drinks, grab a comfy spot to sit, and enjoy the video. Alright, so the way that this video is going to work is we're taking Lego sets all the way from 1999 up until 2021. And we're taking one Lego set per year. Now this Lego set is not necessarily the most financially viable or the most popular or the most purchased Lego sets. They're just interesting Lego sets. A lot of them have interesting backstories and some cool facts about them. And they're probably not Lego sets that you are going to look to purchase unless you're a serious collector, because a lot of them run pretty expensive. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Starting with the year 1999. The Lego set is 7101, the Lego Star Wars Lightsaber Duel. Now, this Lightsaber Duel is from the Phantom Menace, so Star Wars Episode 1, and it includes the Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul minifigures. The Darth Maul's lightsaber, interestingly enough, is only one-sided, whereas in the movies, of course, Darth Maul's lightsaber is two-sided, double-bladed lightsaber. So this set also has an alternative build for a hovercraft driven by Qui-Gon Jinn, and it's advertised on the back of the box, which is pretty sweet. The Lightsaber Duel was also the first Star Wars Lego set in the theme by number. Right now, the value of the set is running about $80, but it only retailed for $6. So the annual growth is at 12%, but the growth is actually increasing as well. Moving on to the year 2000, we have set 3450, Lego Sculptures, the Statue of Liberty. This was an advanced models exclusive set that stands 33 inches tall. Now, to give you an idea, the Lego Disney Castle that is about to retire right now does not even stand that high. And that is a very large set. So this is made almost entirely of sand green pieces, and it's also the first set to have those sand green pieces, which makes it quite expensive. The box was produced with two versions as well. A colored version for sets that were sold in retail, and black and white versions that were sold directly by Lego. This set retailed for about $200, but it's worth $2,500 now. Its annual growth sits at about 12%. The 2001 Lego set we'll be talking about, and in my opinion is the best Lego set from that year, is set 3724, the Sculptures Lego Dragon. This set includes almost exclusively basic Lego bricks, but it still sells for $1,800 today. The box was actually produced in two versions as well, a colored version for sets sold in retail stores and a black and white version for sets sold directly by Lego. This set has about 15% annual growth and shows no signs of decreasing anytime soon. This is probably due to the fact that Lego has kind of a mascot of a dragon, so many collectors like to have these dragon sets in their collection because they are financially viable and an icon of the Lego company. Moving on to the 2002 set, we have set 5951, the Lego Dinosaurs Baby Iguanodon. This set contains only 23 pieces, and the Lego Dinosaurs theme is actually a very limited run, and most sets, including this one, come in a poly bag. It retailed for a measly $2.99, but sealed now, the set goes for almost $110. That's a 3,500% increase. The future annual growth will be close to 19% as well. A fun fact about this set is that the same exact set was released later as the 7001 Young Iguanodon, and the only difference between these two is that this one was released in a poly bag and the later one in a box. All right, so in 2003, we have a super interesting set, and that's 10123, the Lego Star Wars Cloud City. This original Cloud City set comes in at 698 pieces, but was one of the largest Lego sets in terms of footprint for the year of its release. It's based on the Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. The current value of this set is around $7,000 sealed, which is about 17% higher yearly than any other Lego set. Which is about 17% higher yearly than any other Lego Star Wars set. The set also had a limited release and production issues, hence the higher price. However, with an open version of the set, you're only going to get about $680, perhaps a little bit higher depending on its condition, so you definitely want to keep this guy sealed. The Boba Fett with unique markings in the set also sells for $3,350 alone, so that's more than half of the set. It also includes a $480 Lando Calrissian and a $975 Luke Skywalker, all with classic Lego heads. Oh, and by the way, it also includes a Han Solo in Carbonite, which only a couple of these have been made. The Cloud City platform was designed to fit the Cloud Car set released in the same year, but it also fits the Slave 1 set released at the same time. The newest Cloud City set, Set 75222, Betrayal at Cloud City, was released in 2018, and still, this one only sells for $805. Now remember, you're getting $7,000 for the new one, so the old one... Now remember, you're getting $7,000 for the old one, so the new one really didn't damage the price of the old one at all. In 2004, we have set 65524, the Lego Harry Potter Motorized Hogwarts Express. This is one of the original versions of the Hogwarts Express, and this version is a super pack that came with the train set and straight and curved rails. It's the only Hogwarts Express to ever come with its own train tracks. Though versions of the train have been released in 2010, again in 2018, and even a new one coming soon this year, the price of the original set is hardly damaged. The rest of the original Harry Potter lines have been damaged by the new releases though, so it's surprising that this one hasn't been. The Super Pack was a Lego Store exclusive, and it currently sells for $1,550 online today. Its future annual growth will be around 20% yearly. The next set in line is from 2005, and it's sort of a set not set. It's the Lego Star Wars Toy Fair 2005 Darth Vader minifigure. This minifigure was given to VIP members of the Nuremberg Toy Fair in 2005. It was packaged in a numbered poly bag. Currently, it goes for about $3,000, and it's estimated to have a 23% annual growth in the coming years. That's significantly higher than most Star Wars sets, let alone minifigures. It's a very desirable figure for Star Wars fans and nearly impossible to find because so few are for sale, meaning that people are keeping them. Moving on to 2006, we have set 66158. It's a Lego Bionicle value pack. So it came with 3 sets. Not a lot of sets from 2006, by the way, are worth mentioning, so this is why we have a Bionicle pack of 3 sets. This pack contains set 8901 Hakan, 8903 Zaktan, and 8904 Avak. None of the sets on their own sell for very much, but the 3-pack, if it's intact, sells for about $510 today. Its annual growth is 23%, but it is expected to level out around 15% in the next 2 to 3 years. In 2007, we have yet another Bionicle pack, set 66187. It's a tri-pack. Again, it contained the set 8930 Dakar, 8931 Folux, and the set 8935 Nocturne. Specifically, the Nocturne was the hardest to find since it was a Walmart exclusive, and alone it sells for $244. The 3-pack goes for $435 though, and its annual growth is around 23%. But it is expected to decrease to around 15% again in the coming years. Bionicle investors are invested into acquiring every Bionicle set, so the Nocturne especially drives the price of the 3-pack up, since it's one of the only packs or Bionicle sets that you can actually find the Nocturne in. Moving on to 2008, we have the LEGO Ramble Oil Platform. This 255-piece promotional set was released together with the Danish oil and gas company Ramble. This is a miniature version of the oil platform that features a helicopter as well. It was given to Ramble employees and never released in stores. Its limited quantities of less than 100 were produced, and the value is estimated at about $470. The annual growth of this set is about 22% this year, and it is expected to level out around 14% in the coming years. In 2009, I did decide to give you guys a little bit of a more known set, and that's set 10196. I think this set is hard to not mention because it's just one of the greatest sets of all time, and that's the LEGO Grand Carousel. It's one of the top LEGO collector items of all time as well, and it includes power functions that add motor and music to the model. In 2017, a new version of the set was released as the 10257 Creator Expert Carousel, but it only damaged the growth of the original set temporarily, and the original set quickly bounced back. A sealed Grand Carousel sells for about $2,750 today, and its average annual growth is 23%. Used versions, though, of the set sell for much less, between $885 and $1,400, depending on the condition and what pieces are missing. So collectors have a difficult decision to display the set for its beauty or keep it sealed and earn some money. In 2010, we have the set 2000423. It's the LEGO Serious Play FLL trophy in the large form. It's a promotional set and a buildable trophy for the first LEGO League. And the first LEGO League was designed to inspire young children through fun challenges and competitions using LEGO. Not very many were created or sold, but the last one sold for $241 sealed. Its annual growth is about 26%, and it's estimated that it will increase only 17% each year in the coming as well. Moving on to 2011, we have the Legoland Han Solo on the Tauntaun. This is an interesting one. It was a promotional set and exclusively released to Ambassador Pass holders at Legoland California on July 3rd of 2011. It was available at the Master Series Builder classes with only 4 held each weekend, and it was led by one of the park's master builders. It came in non-standard packaging, including a gift bag, instructions, and 3 Ziploc bags. However, no one got the whole set. It was given away in 3 sections, so collectors would have to buy or trade for the other portions. The full set sells for $1,850. Yet, single bags sell for almost $1,320 on the secondary market today. Its annual growth is 40%, and it's estimated to increase by 21% in the coming years. For the year 2012, we have the LEGO minifigure series Team Great Britain Wondrous Weightlifter. It was created in commemoration for the 2012 London Olympic Games, and it was released exclusively in the United Kingdom so fans could support their Olympic team. It comes with a barbell accessory and pants with the Great Britain team logo on them. It's estimated to sell for around $35 today, but don't let that price get you. It's actually one of the rarest exclusive minifigures to Great Britain ever printed, and it only retailed for $3. It has a 28% annual growth and 18% annual growth in the coming years. For 2013, we have an interesting one. It's the LEGO Friends Wishing Well. It's a 28-piece set released by LEGO as a Toys R Us in-store build, meaning there was LEGO building sessions of the set in-store to build the community. However, this set never actually officially released and it didn't have a LEGO number. Almost all the sets were opened though, and open sets are virtually worthless since they don't have unique pieces. Finding a sealed set, you would pay $61, but it's estimated they will have 26% annual growth despite having no unique pieces. For our 2014 set, we have set 5002123, the LEGO Star Wars Old Republic Darth Revan. This set was released as a May the 4th exclusive in 2014 and goes for $280 currently. It was based on the MMO game Star Wars The Old Republic, which is a collectible game as well. 4 of its 7 pieces are unique, and even the lightsaber color is a bit darker of a red than other red lightsabers that LEGO has made. Its annual growth is 35%, and it is expected to keep up with this trend to higher prices. For our 2015 set, we have a weird one. It's set 10592, the LEGO Duplo fire truck. There's only 26 pieces in this set, and it only includes one LEGO Duplo minifigure as a male firefighter. The open box price only goes for $25, which is actually what it retailed for in 2015. Due to there being so few sealed versions of the set, Duplo is for smaller children, hence the sets are opened for play and few are actually invested in. Its annual growth is 31% as a sealed version, and in future years it will be close to 14% though. In 2016, LEGO released one of my personal all-time favorite sets, the 42056 LEGO Technic Porsche 911 GT3 RS. It comes with an impressive 578-page long instruction manual with 856 steps. It's an exact 1:8 scale of the real-life car, and LEGO even worked with Porsche manufacturing to see how the car is manufactured, and the instructions even follow that process. The set is co-branded with Porsche. In addition, LEGO has created a replica 4-speed version of Porsche's PDK dual-clutch transmission with rubber band tensioned paddle shifters and a drive selector with forward and reverse settings. The gearbox meets a horizontally opposed 6-cylinder engine with moving pistons, and the steering works too. And the wheels attach to fully articulated suspension hardware, complete with red dampers. The set is definitely a car buff's dream set. The Porsche's wheels alone sell for between $50 and $90, and many of the orange exterior components, the Technic pieces, are unique as well. The Porsche comes in at $975 today, and it only retailed for $300. Its current annual growth is 38%, while its future growth will be closer to 18%. For the 2016 LEGO set, we have set 400024, the LEGO House Tree of Creativity. It's an exclusive set with 6 minifigures, and it was given to attendees of the 2017 LEGO Inside Tour. Only 175 sets were distributed, all numbered. The packaging came in 5 different customized number sleeves. The set was later released as a retail version in LEGO House as set 400026 in March 2018, and only 10,000 were produced, but the new variation was slightly smaller. The original Tree of Creativity set, though, goes for $3,700 today, and the set is based on the Tree of Creativity located within LEGO House in Billund, Denmark. It has a current 34% annual growth, but it's expected to level off around 15% annually. In 2018, LEGO was going to release set 21038, the LEGO Architecture Skylines Las Vegas set. It was going to release in January of 2018. It was going to release January 31st, 2018, but it was recalled by LEGO prior to any widespread release due to including the Mandalay Bay Hotel in the skyline. It was redesigned due to a mass shooting event at the location. The skyline was replaced with the Bellagio Hotel in set 21047. However, this set still fetches $1,015 today. This set is only one of 2 LEGO sets that have ever been recalled, and the other is the 21000 Sears Tower. Even though this set wasn't released, it's still said to have sold at 2 Lilliput's retail stores in Johannesburg, South Africa, making it very, very rare. The current Las Vegas set 21047 sells for $75 and still comes in at a whopping 30% annual growth. In 2019, LEGO released the 6313287 LEGO Buildable 2x4 Red Brick. It was a free promotional item with qualified purchases and available for VIP members for 1,300 VIP points. It's estimated at about $22 on the secondary market today, and its annual growth is 37%, though it will level off around 17% yearly. A similar set in a teal color was released as another promotion in 2020, but it only fetches a $10 value. Okay, you could say I'm cheating on this one, but I think this is still a very interesting set. And this is released in 2020, the 4002020 LEGO Employee Christmas Gift. The employee exclusive set was released as the 2020 Christmas gift, and the set wasn't released with an official name, but a pamphlet titles it Celebrating 40 Years of Hands-On Learning. With this set, LEGO celebrates the 40th anniversary of the LEGO education theme. It features elves working in a workshop. It goes for about $138 today, with an estimated 38% annual growth next year and 15% growth thereafter. All the way at the top of the list now, we have the 2021 set 40487, the LEGO Ideas Sailboat Adventure. This was a promotional set for $200 or more purchases in store. It was designed by Jan Chevalier as a fan designer competition. The sailing ship adventure won the Build That Holiday into That Holiday contest. It currently fetches only a $25 value, but remember, this is still a new set, and its annual growth is about 40% over the first year and 12% thereafter. It also includes 2 unique minifigures that are valued at about $2.50 each right now. Alright, so that's the end of our list, but I would like to go over some bonus content with you guys. So I'm here on Brick Economy, where I got a lot of the statistics for this episode. And the reason why I use Brick Economy is because it lays out a lot of the statistics better than Brickset, and also Brick Economy is a lot easier to show as a screen recording just because it doesn't have a bunch of ads like Brickset does. Now, I know that there's ad blockers and everything out there, but just for the average user, I think that Brick Economy has a well-rounded user interface, and it's overall very accurate as well. So I'd just like to give you a tour. So first of all, if you have an account with Brick Economy, then you can store your sets. So this is where I do have my sets, and we can scroll down and we can see the value, so we can see what we paid and what it retails for. These are for sets that are not retired yet. Let's go ahead and find a set that is retired. I guess that this Sailboat Adventure set would be a good example. So we got this as the promotion in 2021. And you can see that the value right now is $25. Obviously, we didn't pay anything because it's a free promotion, but this is where you can see the annual growth and the total growth of the set as well. So I find these kind of statistics fairly interesting because then you can just kind of find a basis on what to rank certain sets by, and you can kind of see themes as well. So if we go to, we can browse. Oh, it's not in browse. Analysis, here we go. So if we go to themes, you can actually see what theme is at the top of annual growth. Now, some of these aren't particularly accurate. For example, like Super Mario, well, why does it have such a large annual growth? Well, we can actually click on it, and we can see what it has the most annual growth. So we can see that this set is getting a little bit, or I guess this set of sets that is kind of skewing the curve of our statistic a little bit, just because these sets either haven't been released or haven't had enough release time yet. So that's why this has that high of an annual growth. So let's go to something like brickheads, though. I find brickheads interesting because they tend to actually have a higher annual growth percentage than most other themes. You'll notice a 14.3% annual growth on average. Now you have to remember as well that Lego's going to release sets that do really, really well, and they're going to release sets that don't do well. So this is the average of all the brickheads. Some are going to do a ton better, and some are not going to do as good. So we have sub-themes within the brickheads themselves that we can look at as well. For example, let's click on Disney. It has a little bit higher than the brickhead's average theme. And you can actually see what sets are in the brickhead's Disney theme specifically. So, and then we can even scroll down and see which ones are retired. Maybe. Well, I guess we can do it this way. So starting here all the way down, they have it in chronological order is, I think, how they have it. So starting right here and going down, this is all of the retired sets. So you can see the Ariel and Ursula set was only released in 2018, and it's already had a 209% growth. Now, what I like about these brickhead sets is that they come in really small boxes. Now, if you think about the fact that they come in small boxes, well, if you're an investor, I would think, oh, wow, it's actually going to cost less to ship. So say even if it costs $5 to ship it across the United States, well, you're only chipping away $5 from this 209% growth. Whereas with a set like, say, the UCS Millennium Falcon, which has like a 2-foot by 2-foot box, it's much harder to ship, so it's easier to sell locally, but if you do want to ship it, you're going to be paying, say, $100. And that might be a higher percentage than what you would pay for shipping on actually making the money for this set after keeping it for 4 years, right? So even down here, we have sets that are popular like the Anna and Olaf set, Anna and Olaf set, which retailed for only $14.99. Now, notice that this Ariel and Ursula set actually retailed for $20, whereas the Anna and Olaf retailed for $15. Yet the Anna and Olaf still have almost 120% overall growth in 4 years. So these Disney sets, depending on how popular they are, like Mr. Incredible and Frozone, well, if I saw this come out, I would pretty much know that it is going to do well just because, well, it's a popular show, it's a popular movie, and people are going to want this. Scrolling down here, again, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, they're original Disney characters. So if I saw this in 2018, I would definitely want to pick this up because I know that it's an original Disney character and it's almost, I would say 99% of the time, these type of sets are going to do well. And we'll see if my prediction is correct with, say, the Disney Castle that's about to retire. But I would say that even with the Disney Castle being out for so long, the Disney Castle is still going to do pretty well. So let's scroll back up. Let's look at some more brickheads. I'm kind of interested to see in maybe the pets. So notice the pets have a very low annual growth, right? So I'm wondering, why do the pets have such a low annual growth opposed to the Disney theme, right? Well, first of all, there's not as much data. You have a lot of sets that are available at retail, meaning they're not retired right now, and only 3 sets that are actually retired, meaning that these 3 sets are the only sets that are contributing. Oh, sorry. This is only 1 set right now. I think. Let's see. Yeah. So this is only 1 set right now that's actually retired, and it has a 6.9% growth. So there's probably some sort of number up here that is contributing to Brick Economy's algorithm to make that percentage lower. That might just be their prediction or whatnot. But see, there's only 1 set that's retired in this line right now. So it's going to be very hard to predict how they're actually going to do, especially since it released in 2021. So we only have 1 year of data so far. You know, this set line could get very popular if, for example, collectors, if Lego releases a Lego Pets set that is very, very popular, there's going to be a certain percentage of Lego collectors and investors that suddenly want every single Lego Pets set, the Brickhead Pets sets. So suddenly, you know, if these are retired, then all of these might go up in price. So you never really know with these, but Brickheads overall, they do pretty well. And also, I honestly think that these pet sets are pretty cute. So maybe not the most worth it to invest in right now, just because we don't have a ton of data. But at the same time, they're really cute and very displayable. Moving on, I want to check out, maybe not Brickheads. Oh, Architecture is a great theme. So Architecture has a similar annual growth to Brickheads. But let's go ahead and check out the Skylines theme. So we've done some recent investing in the Skylines theme, and there's certainly quite a bit of data for the Skylines theme in terms of sets that have retired. Now, with the exception of the Las Vegas that featured the hotel with the bombing, let's go ahead and scroll down to some of these that have actually released in stores and have been available for retail and have done well. So for example, we have the Chicago set, was released in 2017, so it's been out of the market for about 5 years now. Now this set retailed for $40, and now it's going for about $206 on the secondary market. This is absolutely insane to me. This is essentially 100% growth per year, which is almost perfect for what you're looking for in Lego. And you can actually see that a lot of these Lego architecture sets have been doing the same thing, assuming they're a good design. There's some of them that are duds, but that's with every Lego theme as well. So for example, we have the Sydney Lego set, which retailed for only $30, and again, 5 years, and a little bit less, so 385% total growth in 5 years. So that's a little bit less than 100%, but honestly, if I had this right now and I had bought it for $30, I would probably be happy with my return on investment. Moving down here, we have Berlin. Now this one is kind of insane. It was released in 2016, so it's been retired. Sorry, it's been retired for about 6 years now, and you see it released as a $30 set, and now it's going for about $230, which for 6 years, that's above 100% gain, so more than perfect. If I had picked up, 3 or 4 of these, then I would definitely be probably selling them right now, but they're also really great collector's items just to keep sealed. I know that my wife and I, we just keep all of our Lego architecture sets sealed, and even though they're great display pieces, we like to display the sets that are more of the Lego Ideas sets and the Brickheads. So we keep our architecture sets sealed. But the last one I want to talk about is Venice. This one actually surprised me as well. Released in the same year as Berlin, and you see the same type of growth, $30 to $220. So again, more than 100% gain per year. So these Lego architecture sets, definitely ones to look at. I would say that even though the New York City set is retiring soon, I'm a little bit skeptical about its $60 price tag. I think that that's a little bit high for what we've been trending on with the rest of these. I'm interested to see what it will do. You know, maybe it, since it was released in 2016, people have their hands on it right now. It's a little bit less desirable, but in the long term, say 5 or 6 years, like the Berlin or Venice or Sydney sets, or Chicago, of course, I think that it'll be interesting to see what this New York City set does, if it actually scales with the growth of the other sets, or if it ends up being closer to maybe 70% return per year. All right, so I think that we have covered the Lego architecture theme. I wanted to talk about Minecraft as well. The Lego Minecraft theme has honestly been a little bit disappointing. Not just because of the fact that, these sets necessarily aren't doing well. They certainly, some of them certainly are. But I'm just a little bit skeptical about Minecraft. The reason being that Minecraft is a video game, and like all video games, Minecraft is eventually going to go out of style, essentially. And not as many people are going to play it, and this is sort of a generational game. I do think that Minecraft, of course, has lasted longer than a lot of other video games, just because of its inherent you get to build what you want and build your own thing game. I think that's probably the reason why it's been around for so long. But nonetheless, it will go out of style eventually, and these Minecraft sets will also go out of style because they're not popular. Okay, so now that we've seen the themes analysis, let's go ahead and see what Brick Economy has to offer for deals. So we can see that they actually offer eBay, StockX, and Bricklink themselves offer deals as well. So you can obviously search, but if you just go to deals, then you can actually see the top deals on the Bricklink website right now. Now, a lot of these are kind of going to be trash, not a lot of sets that you want to pick up, but sometimes you do get lucky, and you can pick up some good sets on here. So I always like to scroll through. They do update this every day. So let's see. Ooh, the little mini Star Wars TIE Fighter. Let's click on this guy. It's just a little set, but you can see the retail price is $4.99, and it's valued at $10. So let's actually see what they're selling it for. $2.52. So you're definitely getting a large percentage off. So you're getting a huge, about 75% off the value that it's worth right now, and another 50% off of the actual retail value from when it released. So if I click buy, let's just go ahead and see. This is actually my first time hitting buy because I haven't actually seen anything that has been worth it in a bit. So let's see. It appears that this A1 Brick Service sale person has quite a bit of orders, fans, and a good rating. So if I were to buy it, then I would definitely look at that. Obviously, kind of like eBay stores, etc. But you can also see all of the other sets that they have available. If you are interested in that, you can go by category or say by color if you're looking for an aesthetic for a room or something. Very interesting how Bricklink has all of these options for sorting. That's part of the reason why I like it. The Lego Harry Potter Advent Calendar going for about 50% off the original retail price as well, even though the Advent Calendars do tend to go down in time. The light sensor, yes. So that obviously all of the sensors and motors and things, with the exception of a few, tend to go down as well. But yeah, so this is definitely a great resource if you're looking for cheap Lego, or if you're looking for, I know that a lot of people like to display certain custom builds on their Instagram and stuff like that. So in general, this is just a great place to find specific builds, especially ones that are retired, and definitely a place that I tend to look at on the majority of my days scrolling through Brick Economy. So you can also search by years. So this is sort of how I built my my list for each year. So what I would do is I would go and click on, say, 2021. I would scroll down, see which sets are interesting, because not a lot of these are super interesting, but we do see that the Sailboat Adventure right here is, tells you a little bit about the set, which is super cool. It literally has a description. Bricklink has a description for, not Bricklink, sorry. Brick Economy has a description for every single Lego set on the website. Not all of them are as detailed as others, but what's cool is that you can actually scroll down and also see set facts. So perhaps who designed it, if it won any awards, if there's any Easter eggs in the set, anything like that will be displayed in the set facts. And you can also go to the reviews, and you can read reviews on the set. Even though this is a free set, this kind of review also applies to any other set that you could purchase. So you could read the reviews of other collectors and investors about the set that you might want to buy. Down here, I like that it does have the minifigures, has a little unique tag next to it if they are unique, and then the value down below as well. Now these sales trends, I find them not to be as accurate. The sales distribution is probably a better visual for what you're looking for, just because you can kind of see what the average price, so it looks like maybe the average price is a little bit below $30 for all of the listings of this set right now. And then if we scroll down, you can also see sets that are like this set. So if you're interested in other, for example, Lego Ideas sets, then this is a great resource to kind of scroll through and see what other options you might have to purchase as well. Now, this does tend to also include retired sets, which can be good, can be bad. Sometimes you want to view retail sets so that you can go down to the go down to the Lego store and buy the set at retail, or you can of course see what sort of other maybe promotional or retired sets there might be as well, and pick them up on the secondary market. So let's go ahead and kind of see how Brick Economy breaks down my personal set collection. So obviously you have these two, my own sets and my wanted sets. My wanted sets, I don't actually keep my wanted sets, all of my wanted sets I should say, on this website. I prefer to use either lego.com, or I just have a little note on my phone of the Lego sets that I want. And I just insert images. That's just how I do it. You can do it however you want. If you want to use Brick Economy to its full potential, then the My Wanted Sets list is definitely a great resource. But let's go back to analyzing my set collection. So first thing that you see is your predicted growth. And I love this because then I can go down here and see, okay, I own 95 sets, 95 sets, 38 of the sets have not retired yet. Sorry, that is not what that means. 38 of my sets are new sets, meaning that they are sealed, and 57 of my sets are sets that have been opened. They could still be complete, and you can mark that when you're adding them to your collection and everything. And 82 unique sets, meaning that I have 95 sets in total, but only 82 of them are unique, meaning that I have multiple copies of certain sets. I have displayed my total piece count, which is kind of interesting. I know that certain Lego Star Wars mocks that we've seen all over YouTube surpass this number on just the one build, which is freaky. But also how many minifigures I have as well is displayed here. So I really like that. Going down to the values tab, you have the retail value. If you click on the little question mark, it does help you kind of, it explains to you exactly what each of these values mean. So this is the retail value of your sets at the initial retail price of the sets. It does not factor into account what you actually paid for the set, meaning that if you got it on sale, then this retail value is not going to it's not going to show that. That's what this paid price is. So the paid price is what you actually paid for the set. It could be the same as the retail value, or for example, if you get a promotional set, then it could be, you know, 0. Or if you got it, say, a damaged box, it could be minus 10%, or something like that. So you can see that I've paid almost $1,500 less in total for all of my sets than I actually should have paid technically, right? And then we have, this value is very important, the current value of all of my sets. So this is the total value of my sets right now, and you can see the total percentage that I have gained. And this is overall. They don't let you actually break it down by annual growth. And I actually haven't had my Brick Economy account long enough to see maybe an annual growth for all of my sets. But the 23.42% is what I've actually gained from my paid price. So going over here, this predicted growth graph is just based on, it calculates it based on the themes that I have and the average annual growth of those themes, and it factors in, of course, how many Lego sets I have of each theme, and maybe I have, you can see down here, I have a lot more Star Wars sets than I do, say, Technic sets, so it does factor that in, and then it gives you a nice little graph to say, okay, well, in 2028, if I were to never buy Lego again until 2028 and keep all of the sets exactly how I have them, I would be gaining about $3,000, $3,300 from what I have now, which honestly isn't bad. So scrolling down, you can go to your top sets by theme. So this is the percentage of my collection, meaning that, for example, Star Wars, I own 19 Star Wars sets, which is about 20% of my total collection. And then I have city sets, which is about 16%. Brickheads, which is 10%. So I don't know why I'm liking Brickheads so much today, but let's go ahead and click on it. It'll actually load a little sidebar here to the side of different statistics. So we own 10 Brickhead sets, 7 of which are unique sets. 3 of them are unopened, 7 are opened, and a total piece count of 3,176 pieces. Now we can also see the values of the specific themes in my collection. So we have retail value, which is, again, what it retailed for or what it went for on the primary market, and the paid price, which is what I actually paid. Maybe I got damaged boxes or got them on discount or a sale, something like that. I know that I've picked a couple of these Brickheads up at yard sales, so that significantly reduces the prices. And then the current value of all of my Brickhead sets combined. And you can see that actually my used sets make up quite a bit more than my new sets, which is interesting because if I would have kept these used sets sealed, then it would be worth even more. Scrolling down even further, we do have the top themes by value. So up here was the percent of my collection, and down here is by value. So this is, for example, Lego Star Wars. I own $3,335.89 of Lego Star Wars, and that makes up about 33% of my collection. Now, if I were to click on that, then it's going to give me, again, a little sidebar of what I paid and my current value of all the sets. Really useful information for collectors and investors, and honestly a great resource as well. So we can also see this is where we start to get down into the nitty-gritty, and I actually really like this section of Brick Economy. So we have the top performing sets by growth. Now this is top performing themes by growth. So this is the total growth of the themes. not the annual growth, but the total growth overall. So my Brickhead sets have only about a 2.84% annual growth, but let's see my Brickhead sets. I actually don't own any that are retired right now, which is why the annual growth is so low, because it hasn't had a chance to grow because it hasn't retired and gone off of the market yet. So this statistic makes sense to me. But let's go down even further to top performing themes by annual growth. Now the annual growth theme is interesting because if I click on, for example, ideas, I do have some that are retired right now. I don't know why the typewriter. Is the typewriter on? I wonder. I think the typewriter is supposed to be on Lego Ideas, and for some reason it's not. So maybe I'll have to check that out. Maybe this isn't exactly accurate for me right now. But I do own 4 Lego Ideas sets, 2 of which are new, 2 are used. The total piece count only comes with 2 minifigures because obviously Lego Ideas sets are more focused on the build, less on the minifigure displays. And you can see that I actually paid full retail price for all of these, and I did, yes, I got them all at the Lego store, but you can see that they have gone up in value. That's mostly because they're probably on, some of them are probably on back order at Lego right now, so they're increasing slowly on the secondary market. All right, so that in general is how I use Brick Economy to kind of view and rank my specific choices for my finance in Lego and my collection as well. Now, Brick Economy and finance in general is not the #1 contributor to how I buy Lego sets. So I want to make that very clear that if I see a really pretty Lego set, or my wife really wants a Lego set, chances are we're going to get it, even if it's not the best financial investment, because Lego is also a hobby. It's not just stocks where you're just trading and selling and trading. Lego is for fun, but it can also be for finance. So I want to just kind of drive that in and make sure that you guys know that this is not the only way that we buy our Lego sets, but this is one of the things that we take into consideration. So one thing that I did want to show you guys before I leave is the Sets Retiring Soon page. So if you go to the Brick Economy homepage, click on Browse, and go to Sets Retiring Soon, this is a really great resource for Lego investors and collectors, because I'm sure, like most of you, I don't want to miss out on the retiring Lego sets, because as soon as a Lego set retires, it's going to go up in price and it's going to become less available on the market. So this page is really helpful for me kind of prioritizing certain sets that I want over others, because I definitely take into consideration if a set is retiring soon versus if it just came out. If I have to, say, for example, decide between 2. A great example is when I had to decide between the Boutique Hotel and the Assembly Square recently. I knew that I wanted a modular building, but I didn't have enough money at the time to, go out and just splurge on both. So I took into careful consideration, well, even though the Assembly Square is more expensive right now, and it retails for $280, whereas the Boutique Hotel only retailed for $180 at the time. Yes, it did just increase, which is kind of annoying, but I ended up going with the Assembly Square because I knew that it was going to retire sooner than the Boutique Hotel, which had just come out. So let's go ahead and just go through some sets that are retiring. Of course, we have London and New York City, and the Statue of Liberty. Now, they do break it down into the certain themes. So this is all architecture. We have Paris, Tokyo, and I did want to point out as well that it's expected to retire. So this is not an official list, but it does give you a time frame, so mid to late 2022 for Paris. And then this is really interesting. It actually gives you a percentage. So this is the percentage at which they expect it to retire, meaning it's 88% likely to retire in this time frame. So obviously the higher the percentage, the higher actual chance that it will make it onto the retiring Legos list. So going down here, we have brick sketches. I don't really find these too interesting, but maybe some of you do, so I'll make that available for you. Brickheads, super interesting. I actually picked up 4 or 5 of these birthday clowns recently, and also the Mandalorian and the Child. I know there was an Amazon sale on it recently, so hopefully you guys were able to pick it up, because it was definitely 89% likely to retire by the end of this year. Also a great set, seeming that the Mandalorian TV show on Disney Plus seems to be doing really well. So Goofy and Pluto as well, I think that this set will do well, so if you have the money, go ahead and pick up a couple of these. It is important to keep in mind with brickheads that they do sell for a lower price, so if you do want a higher return on investment overall, then chances are you should probably pick up more than one of these, because say for example this set doubles in price, well, you'll be making $15 on one of these, whereas if you buy 10 you'll be making $150. So it's important to keep that in mind with the smaller sets like these. I'm actually really bummed about the tracks and switch tracks both potentially retiring this year, because it literally just seems like they came out, and hopefully, you know, Lego doesn't change the size of the tracks again and come out with a bunch of new cool trains that have a different size track. I really wish that all of the Lego tracks were universally sized, so that you can put a bunch of different tracks in your Lego city and not have to worry about them fitting certain trains or whatever. So we do have a couple trains retiring this year. Some smaller Lego City sets that aren't too interesting. I don't really go through the classic Lego either, because those are just, you know, brick and mortar Lego. DC Comics, I do find it interesting that the Batwing is retiring. I did make a video on that. I'll put that as a link in the video. Lego Disney, again, the Cinderella Castle is definitely on my top 10. Scrolling down, again, I don't really do dots or Duplo. I know there is some sort of investment value in those. I just haven't found it yet. Same with Lego Education. I think that it's great that Lego does, you know, Lego Education sets for smaller, younger users, but just not for me. The Lego exclusives, don't really dive into that. Friends, same thing. Gear, you know, the keychains are cool. I have picked up a couple keychains before, but just not recently, so I don't really get into keychains either. Now, Harry Potter, my wife definitely likes Harry Potter, so we are constantly looking at the Harry Potter sets, especially since there's so many of them, so they're hard to keep track of, which is why this brick economy list is really a great resource, because you kind of have to prioritize. Not everyone has money for every single Lego set, certainly not us. So we did pick up the Hogwarts Express because it's a great addition to our Lego city. And I do like that you can buy more in the future and attach more cars to it as well. It also has a fairly, and by fairly I mean very high chance that it is actually going to retire by the middle of this year. Scrolling down, the Hogwarts Castle. If you guys haven't gotten your hands on the Hogwarts Castle yet, it is a really, really great set. We actually haven't built it, but we have watched many people build it, and we have ours sealed currently. So that's a really great set to pick up, considering that it is likely to retire by the end of this year. We did pick up the Assembly Square as well in the Icon set, and the Ford Mustang, very cool one as well. Going into Lego ideas, these are all the fan creations, and I think that a lot of these are just really, really great sets, and I think that they're honestly worth investing in. The reason being that Lego idea sets tend to not be re-released unless they are very, very popular, just because there's so many fan creations that Lego wants to put a spotlight on, so the chances of a Lego idea set that's already been released to get re-released is honestly pretty rare, just because, again, there's so many that LEGO wants to display. Going down to LEGO Minecraft, I have my opinions on LEGO Minecraft. You guys can do whatever you want. I think it's a cool theme, and they're really fun bricks to build. Just not my deal. Not that I don't like Minecraft. I have definitely loved Minecraft in the past, but I've moved on. Monkey Kid, I definitely see the investment value in these, but it's just not my gig. Ninjago, the city gardens we do have for the Lego City eventually. We just don't have room right now. So we did pick it up, and it is sealed, although I'm trying to keep it sealed as long as possible, just because we could eventually sell it if we really wanted to. The seasonal sets, cool. So the Star Wars sets, there's obviously going to be a lot of Star Wars sets that come out, so there's a lot of Star Wars sets that are retiring. Two of which are the Millennium Falcon and the Star Destroyer. If you haven't picked those up, I would definitely try to. They are quickly running out of stock. I think my Lego store had like 1 or 2 left the last time I went. The Boba Fett helmet, I think that the helmets are a really great investment value. You guys can watch some of my videos about the Lego heads as well. I definitely want to pick up the AT-AT, but I haven't yet. The Mos Eisley Cantina, definitely one that is a really, really great build, and it comes with a lot of minifigures as well. 21 minifigures. Now for $350, 21 minifigures, kind of not the greatest deal, but a lot of the minifigures are unique. So that's, I think, where this set shines, is the uniqueness, and the set of minifigures is also a really great mix and match of the characters from Star Wars. Lego Technic, we have some really great sets going out, including the Lamborghini, so that's definitely one you guys should pick out. And that's about the end of the list of the retiring Lego sets for 2022. If you guys are interested in viewing a little bit more and my reasoning behind why you should get certain sets before they retire by the end of this year, go ahead and check out the video that I have linked at the end of this video.